Every year, thousands of teenagers emerge from academies around the world. They arrive with blinding footwork, blistering speed, and highlight reels that go viral before they ever play a senior match. When fans see that level of explosive ability, the assumption is that talent alone acts as a guaranteed roadmap to global superstardom. The reality is much quieter. The vast majority of these prospects will disappear from top-flight football within 3 to 5 years of turning pro. The professional filter is unforgiving. Players drop off the professional map because their bodies succumb to repeated injuries, their focus drifts away from the training ground, or they find themselves unable to process the psychological weight of the stadium. A single great performance is the product of talent. A 10-year career at the top is the result of relentless daily consistency. The first shock for a new professional is the sheer velocity of the sport. At the highest level, the physical advantages of youth are instantly neutralized because every opponent is equally fast and strong. Survival at this pace requires a player to prioritize cognitive processing over flashy dribbles. Longevity depends on knowing precisely when to release a pass, when to shoot, and when to kill the tempo. This diagram illustrates the microscopic timeframes involved. Elite players have fractions of a second to read defensive structures and calculate the weight of a pass while under intense physical duress. These stakes cause many professionals to shrink, avoiding the ball to minimize risk of a high-profile error. The world-class player does the opposite, demanding the ball when the match is most volatile. This poise comes from an obsession with improvement that turns complex tactical choices into unconscious reflexes. By drilling these patterns until they are autonomous, elite players maintain their decision-making speed while the rest of the field slows down under the weight of the pressure. Processing the game quickly is useless if the body cannot execute the command. Modern football requires athletes to sprint, change direction, and press for over 90 minutes, often multiple times a week. Maintaining this level of output requires a grueling regime of biological maintenance that happens entirely away from the cameras. This chart shows the continuous loop of elite physical conditioning. It moves from intense exertion and deliberate muscle breakdown directly into precise nutritional intake and aggressive cellular recovery. Gifted careers often end early when the biological repair cycle can no longer offset the cellular damage caused by a 60-game season. Technical skill provides the initial opportunity to play, but rigid physical discipline determines how many years that opportunity lasts. Even a perfectly maintained body must navigate a changing environment. Across a decade, tactical trends shift, managers demand new systems, and pure physical speed inevitably declines. Players who rely solely on a single youthful attribute, like the ability to outsprint a defender, find themselves obsolete as soon as they lose a half step of pace. This chart illustrates tactical reinvention. As physical speed naturally retracts, tactical awareness and passing range expand to compensate. Top players manage this transition by studying new roles and converting weaknesses into strengths long before their bodies force the issue. Greatness requires the ability to recognize when a specific playing style has reached its limit and the discipline to engineer the next version of yourself. The final stage of a footballer's evolution is the transition from maintaining personal performance to elevating the output of the entire squad. Leadership at this level is the byproduct of high personal standards rather than loud locker room speeches. A world-class player establishes a culture of focus through silent, relentless action, arriving at the training ground in the pre-dawn darkness, long before the rest of the squad. This standard creates a psychological anchor on the pitch. When the team faces extreme adversity or goes behind in a match, younger teammates look toward this player to calibrate their own mental state. The difference between a star and a legend is the ability to maintain the highest standard of play while navigating the inevitable decline of the body and the evolution of the game.